All right, these are 5 spiritual secrets of female nature to unlock her deepest desire. I will say that one more time. Today I'm teaching 5 spiritual secrets of female nature, okay, to unlock her deepest desire. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because there is an entire aspect with majority of dating coaches, in my opinion, that is totally neglected when it comes to attraction, and that would be actually being able to lead the relationship or lead the woman on a spiritual level, which is ultimately what she's looking for, is true guidance. And that guidance will only come from you actually understanding how to be a man, okay, and having frame. But this has been completely lost, okay? See, most men, I could give you every single attraction mechanism. I could give you every single attraction trigger. I could give you every single piece of status. I could give you the ability to be tall and good looking and make a lot of money and whatever. But if I said, okay, so here's your dream girlfriend, after 8 weeks, where's this relationship going? Where are you guys going? What are you doing? Where are you leading this relationship? Where are you leading her? Which is what she's looking for. Most guys aren't going to have an answer. And they don't have an answer because they don't have faith. They don't believe in anything. If you don't believe in anything, what's going to happen is you're literally just going to be lost in the material world. And she's looking for guidance and wisdom, which is something that most men don't have. So the very first thing that I'm teaching today, oh, and by the way, just to sneak this in here, I actually started a second channel, okay? I started a lifestyle channel. I'll put it down below. You can check that out too. The very first thing I'm going to teach you, okay? Let's look. Okay, so this is my actual screenshot. I think that this is so funny because this is what it says word for word. In Proverbs 21, verse 19, it says, "Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife." Say that one more time. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. It literally says it's better to just go live in the desert. Okay, I'm going to do my best to interpret the first thing I want to teach you here. Based off that verse right there, here's what I can tell you. Number 1, the first spiritual secret of female nature would be this. You have to understand, fellas, if she isn't fully on board to follow where you're going, she is not meant to be with you. I don't care how attractive she is. I don't even care how attractive she thinks you are. Let that one play out for a second. I don't even care if you guys have slept together. I don't care how attractive she thinks you are. If she is not fully on board to follow where you're going, it's impossible for you to lead. It's impossible. If she isn't fully on board to follow where you're going, she is not meant to be with you. And that's just how it goes. Now, see, most men, they try to create a relationship. They try to create a situation where they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And it doesn't work. Now, I'm going to tell you this. The biggest reason that I've found when I look at majority of men's lives, because I've been doing this online now for quite a few years, the biggest reason that I've found why they're not actually able to retain her interest level is because they're not leading the relationship anywhere, because they don't have the wisdom that they need from having faith in something. You see, if you have no faith, if you have no belief, if you have no direction, what's going to happen is you're going to go to work, you're going to clock in, clock out, you're going to make money, you're going to eat food with her, and it's going to get super boring really quick. You have to teach her things. You have to show her things. You have to lead. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, okay, the second spiritual secret of female nature. I'm also creating this point from my interpretation from the very first verse that I shared with you. Point number 2, here's what you have to realize. She may sleep with a guy, okay, and that guy might even be you. It might even be you, and you might think she's so beautiful. Oh yeah, you might think she's so beautiful. She might sleep with a guy and even lust after him. Ooh, what about that? She might even have lust for him. Think about that for a second. But she may have no desire to date him or be in a relationship with him. Why? Because he is not going the direction or a direction that not only she wants to follow, but there's a very high probability that he doesn't have competency and purpose in his own life. And she can only get behind you when you can get behind yourself. She can only follow you when you can lead yourself. She can only have trust in you when you trust yourself and you know where you're going. You have to know where you're going. A directionless man is going to trigger feelings in her mind that she should exit. That's what you're going to notice. So she may sleep with a guy and even lust after him, but have no desire to date him. So I need you to stop thinking in terms of shallow level pleasure, and I need you to start to set a higher standard and a higher direction for your life, a better direction for your life. I need you to set a higher standard. And when I say a higher direction for your life, it's like set your goals high. How high can you go? Set them high at all times. Very important. So these are the first two secrets of female nature I want to show you. Now we're going to shift to a different verse, and you're going to love this one too, okay? Those of you who watch a lot of this type of content, you're going to probably smile and have so many aha moments through this video. Okay, so this one is from Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3. Word for word, I literally highlighted this. It says, "Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings." Let's just say that one more time because that's pretty powerful. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. Okay, you have to look at that and interpret that for yourself. Do not spend your strength on women. So the third point that I want to teach you, the third spiritual secret of female nature is this. You have to understand on a deep level, she wants you focused on you. She wants you at all times focused on you. Because now she trusts your judgment and your leadership, and she can focus on you because you focus on you. Very different way of looking at it from how most men do. She wants you focused on you. Here's what you have to remember as a man, okay? For every second that you spend worried about her actions, you literally lower your own masculinity. For every second that you spend worried about her actions or who she's talking to or what she's doing or what she's going to think of you, you lose a second off building yourself. You lose a second off building your own masculinity. That is the third spiritual secret of female nature. She needs you focused on you. This allows her to trust your judgment. This allows her to trust your leadership. Point number 4, okay? Women will sleep with a guy because he's hot, okay? But she stays with him in a relationship and desires to follow his lead because he proves raw competency skills and can actually teach things. And on top of that, he can spot when things are bad. So I'm going to read this one more time because this is more of an elaborate point. The fourth spiritual secret of female nature is you have to understand it is your job to signal and to demonstrate protection and real competency skills. Okay? Real competency skills. Let me explain. Women may sleep with a guy because he's hot. Yes, being attractive helps get your foot in the door. Being attractive does help you have more options and help demonstrate attraction. We all know this. You want to look your best. You want to be as attractive as possible. Okay, but what are the layers beyond that? Because in order for a woman to desire to stay in that relationship with you, there's a lot of things you have to start to prove. You have to start to prove competency. You have to start to prove skill. You have to start to prove that you're smart. You have to start to prove wisdom. You have to start to prove protection. Okay? So, let me explain. She follows his lead because he proves raw competency and can teach her things. So let's look at the first piece, raw competency. One of the reasons why I created the second channel to demonstrate lifestyle is to teach competency skills when it comes to scripture, spirituality, and to teach competency skills when it comes to building things and even doing things physically. Doing things physically like changing a car tire, right? How to do basic things so that way you demonstrate real survival. It's very important, okay? So raw competency is important, but you have to also be able to teach her things on a spiritual level so she feels like you're smart and that you're wise. You have to put time into your own competency. So let me give you an example. A lot of times what you're going to find, okay, if you're in a relationship with a woman or if you're dating a woman, deep down, she's like waiting to be told no. Women think it's so hot when a guy tells them no. So let me give you an example. They're literally waiting for their man, her man, to be like, no, you shouldn't do that. No, don't do that. No, that's bad. Don't do that. You're signaling protection. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a girlfriend and she's at the gym and her entire workout playlist is full of a bunch of songs with a bunch of vulgar lyrics. Okay? If you're passive, you're just going to be like, okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. You know, she likes to enjoy it while she's working out. If you're active and if you know how to signal protection, you will say, no, don't listen to that. That's not good for you. Don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that. No. And then she likes you more because you're signaling protection. Most men don't have a standard. Most men can't say no. Most men just let anything happen. Well, that's not very attractive. And it doesn't matter how many tattoos or earrings you got. These are hard-nosed skills of masculinity you're going to have to learn. And it took me 10 years to figure this out, okay? They're waiting for a guy that they're dating to be like, no, don't do that. You're signaling protection. That's point number 4. Number 5, okay, the 5th spiritual secret of masculinity, of female nature, excuse me. Well, actually, you know, this almost is spiritual secrets of masculinity too. It all ties together. Number 5, never try to create chemistry. Never try to create chemistry. It's either there or it's not. She does the choosing. She will choose who she wants. Women do the choosing. Your job is to demonstrate the attraction skills so you're chosen. So she does the choosing, and what you're going to find is she will either select you or she won't. This is why I'm telling you, just like the verse said, do not spend your strength on women. She will either choose you or she doesn't. Spend 100% of your time, your energy, your emphasis, your strength on you. If you like this video, do one thing. Take it a step further and start to learn, understand, and master the language of women. I created an entire community to help you do so. It is the best system where a guy can actually step into this and start to copy paste this process into his life and start to get results. I want you to check that out. Also, be sure to check out my new channel. It's down below. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.